welcome to another YouTube video. I'm Robelle Autonomy, and today we are reacting to another Genshin Impact character teaser. It is Durin, a family letter. I'm really excited for this character. I've been super hyped for him ever since the initial Not Cry teaser. Alright, finally we have a cute boy with horns. I've been waiting so long for a character like this. It took forever, but now we have one. Really excited for Durin, especially with all that lore build-up from the summer event, from Dragon Spine, all of this in that they have been gassing up this character since almost the very beginning of Genshin Impact. Anyways, let's hop right into the reaction now, and we'll give you all a heads up. When it comes to reacting to trailers, I always do pauses while watching through it all the way. We break down the animation frame by frame, and then once we're done all that, then we rewatch from the beginning without pausing. So let's take a look here. Alright, let's go.
Mom, this is my first letter to you since I started learning how to write.
Okay, I'll be honest. From what we have seen of Durin so far in the main story, I wasn't the biggest fan of his voice actor. Or at least his voice acting kind of direction. But here it's not so bad, at least with this first line here.
You since I started learning how to write. There's so much I want to tell you.
Why is he all covered in scratches? Also, the Klee article being there is peak.
Ever since I got here, I've been doing my best to learn how to live like a human.
But he's just living in Mondstadt, I guess. Whoa, hang on, go back frame by frame. You thought I would miss it? No, sorry. So inside this little story book that we're going through, you can see that looks like... I'm gonna assume that's like Venti without his hat. It could be like the wind spirit or whatever, but... Or maybe not. Hang on, who is this? Whoa, hang on, there's a lot of like stuff hidden in here. What is this? Okay. It's all blurry. Who is that? Well, they're teasing so much stuff between the pages. What is all this? That could be Kaya, but that couldn't be Kaya because the hair color matches up. And like the skin tone, I'm noticing it now. It also could just be the skin tone seems darker because it's in shading, so who knows. Okay, no, that's... I was gonna say Jean and Lisa, but no, I don't think that's the case. I don't know what that is. Who is this? Oh my goodness, please? Please, if you know in the comments, let me know down below. Who is this? Okay, no. I think this is Durin. No, I think this is Durin right here. I think this is Durin because you can see the horns, the kind of look, and his eyes. Well, not his eyes, but like they're closed. Okay, now the first one was Kaya. There's Venti, there's Dahlia. I don't know. Like these two, I'm not sure yet. That very first one has to be Kaya. There's no way.
Human.
Yeah, it's Kaya. You can see the little white from his eyebrow. So then that means they're being reused. So this is probably Durin. Same for that one, I think. Maybe. I don't know. We'll see. I'm sure we'll see the chibis reused later on.
Thanks to a certain cavalry
Yeah, it was Durin. Okay.
captain, I met a little red knight.
Me going over the beginning frame by frame just for them to show it in clear detail 5 seconds later.
Teaching me how humans hunt.
I am really hoping they lean more to Klee's story, because Klee barely has a story. All we know is she's a little bomb-wielding genius. Because her mom is flippin' Alice, the grand adventure of all of Tibet. Now, the writer of the travel guide. And so she inherited a little bit of her genius, at least in regards to making bombs. And so now we have this child that makes bombs that the native Avonis had to look after. And the extent of Klee's story is basically that. We know that, Albedo treats her like a younger sister, and she treats him like an older brother. And I guess Durin being added to the pie, in the family pie, you see that Albedo and Durin, they're brothers. They're like actual brothers, and so Klee probably is happy that she has a new older brother. But maybe not. Maybe that's not the dynamic, because Durin is kind of like... He's learning still too, right? So he's very... Infantile is not the right word, because he's not a kid. He's a dragon. He just doesn't fully understand everything. because he's not used to interacting with people.
Red Knight who's been teaching me how humans hunt.
Dang, Klee made him blow up the lake. Alright, this is already a 10 out of 10 Genshin trailer for me. This is a peak because for all those that don't know the near Eric, the first 5-star that I pulled was Klee. Well, she's not the first 5-star. The first 5-star I got was Chi-Chi. Off like the standard manner or whatever, but the first limited unit I got was Klee. And she is a character that I hold very dear because of that. And also she's adorable. Like, how can you look at this and not think she's cute? Then we got put in timeout.
Using her technique, you have to do at least one day of
Dang, we got put in flipping timeout.
to be even more prepared for next time.
At least she's not in timeout alone. Alright, she's here with Durin, and so they're getting along in the timeout room, I guess.
Here, even just finding a spot to take a nap can be quite a
Why is he covered in
challenge.
scratches? Did a cat attack him or something?
That black cat wasn't happy I trespassed on his territory.
Oh, okay, there it is. Never mind.
His minions
Every time I ask a question, 5 seconds later, hey, let me know.
Being human comes with another challenge. Something called socializing.
So he's writing to his mother. Does that mean he's writing to Ryan daughter, or is this for? I guess it would have to be Ryan daughter. Interesting.
Drinking seems to be an indispensable part of it.
Well, my goodness, the alcohol obsessed.
One more round.
Cheers
But
to
their
that.
alcohol is even more dangerous than the potions in your stories.
Interesting. So he's old enough to drink, but he finds it yucky, I guess.
Oh, that's one challenge I'm not.
It's kind of hard to tell, and I guess in games like this, the character ages kind of don't matter too much anymore. Just because the art spouts, like Durin he's got the short boy model, right? So we're gonna have characters that are like really young, and then this character is like Durin and I are older.
Ready to face
It's fantasy in the long run. I really like this like papercraft storybook art style that they're going with for this teaser. This is really, really... It's a lot more work than their normal teasers, I have to admit. Because they're like putting so much emphasis on the transitions by turning them into page flips and stuff.
All in all, though, I feel so lucky to be here. I've made tons of new friends, and there are so many places left to explore. I'll have
Gosh dang, alright.
new friends.
When it comes to this puppet style animation, one of the hardest things to do is rotating around an object to make it look 3D. Because you can only, like, it's drawn in separate layers. Like, that's not a 3D model, right? That is, it's not a bunch of different drawings, it's a bunch of layered carts, and then they have to, like, slide stuff around and manipulate it, right? Squish and squash it to kind of give this feeling that it's animated. So doing anything where, like, he's looking to the side a little bit, and then now it's transitioning seamlessly, and now he's looking straight forward, that is very hard. You can actually see a little bit of the transition here. The line art from underneath the chin, right, it's not going all the way in there, but you can see it frame by frame. It slowly extends across, and then boom, now we have the full face, like, framed out now by that line.
I'll have even more to write about.
That's a lot of extra work there.
If only
I've gone crazy. It's so windy. I've gone crazy with the hair physics.
to write about.
That's it. There's also the paper's not going crazy. Just his hair.
If only. If only.
I really, really like just how expressive Durin is, because in the story he really hasn't had that much of a chance to, you know, really express himself. I'm really hoping that we see more of him, see more of this kind of deeper look at his character here.
Letter could
Because this is the part that's interesting in these stories, right? It's the character's struggles, it's their emotions, how they're responding to things. And seeing, like, Durin has a very, very odd existence, right? They weren't born by normal means. They're an alchemical creation, just like Albedo.
truly reach you.
And so his mother missed his birth, essentially. His mother did not show up to his birth. That's a crazy thing to say.
All done with your homework? A letter to your mom.
Oh boy, Lisa.
Huh?
We have not seen the Mondstadt gang amongst 50 years. Oh, I miss everybody so much. But I'm like, you all fell off horrendously. Please, please, however's buff them. Actually, I heard, I haven't watched the live stream yet, but I saw a thing that said that a bunch of the characters are getting buffed, so there's that, I guess. I don't think it's all the Mondstadt crew. I think it's just some of them. I don't think Lisa is getting a buff, is she? Please let me know in the comments down below.
How thoughtful. Ready to send it out?
But my mom is...
Jeez, what?
Mondstadt, we believe our loved ones are never lost to us.
Is she dead?
They're
What?
still out there, just beyond the
Oh, she's just
stars.
missing? Like, we've seen Ryan daughter in other lore teasers, so I'm like,
All you have to
what?
do
Do
is
they not
look
know
at
that? Or, oh,
Rich.
okay, of course they don't know that. They're not watching the trailers in-game, but
But
Shh. It only works if you...
is Ryan daughter, like, perceived to be dead by the Mondstadt crew, or?
maybe a wish is its own kind of magic.
Dang, the star sticker? That's really cute. He's got band-aids now for the scratches. That was really good, hang on. So again, with subtle movements, it's so hard to make them like look right. So having this paper float down, and not just sink, but kind of float down like there's air resistance. That is pretty hard to do if you're animating this by hand. It could be a simulation that they're doing. But I want to believe that they animated it by hand and they were dragging the corners and meshes around. But you never know. The subtle extra little bits of dust adds so much to this shot. Like, nothing is moving, but seeing little, like, you know, reflections, lens flare here, and then dots. It adds so much. It really does make the skill magical. Even though it's just dust. Oh, it made it to her! Oh, that's so... I need to see the interactions between these characters! Okay. Okay. Let's give this a watch through without pausing. And let's put extra emphasis on the music. Let's take a look at it.
Mom, this is my first letter to you since I started learning how to write. There's so much I want to tell you. Ever since I got here, I've been doing my best to learn how to live like a human.
There's definitely a sense of curiosity to the music.
Captain, I met a little red knight who's been teaching me how humans hunt.
Lots of sense of discovery in this too. Which I guess fits the character.
Her technique, you have to do at least one day of
But that kind of like homey feel,
to be
the
even more
reminiscing,
prepared for next time.
the curiosity and discovery.
Just finding a spot to take a nap can be quite a challenge. That black cat wasn't happy I trespassed on his territory, and his minions let me know it.
The voice for Durin in English has grown on me a lot because of this
Something
teaser.
called socializing. Drinking seems to be an indispensable part of it.
One more round.
Cheers
But their alcohol
It's
is
so
even
weird,
more
but, like,
dangerous than the potions in your stories.
Seeing Mondstadt again in the forefront, because like Mondstadt is so nostalgic, right? I'm a day one player, and so it's like, this is what I was looking at like 5 years ago.
I've made tons of new friends,
And I like that they're
there
kind
are
of leaning
so
into that
many places
nostalgia a
left to
bit.
explore. I'll have
Like the
even more to
visuals
write
of this, with like the, you know, the stars in the sky
about. If only.
and everything, it really does feel like we've stepped back in time.
This letter could truly reach you.
All done with your homework?
The music stopping when it comes to this realization that, oh, this letter is not gonna actually reach my mom.
How thoughtful.
It's a little sad. But we know already because we watched it through that it does make it.
In Mondstadt, we believe our loved ones are never lost to us. They're still out there, just beyond the stars. All you have to do
A little
is make
Cano bit there was a little bit
wish.
hopeful. I like it.
Your letter can make it.
It's like Lisa is restoring, like hope inside Durin.
Maybe a wish is its own kind of magic.
It's like she's saying magic is real. I mean, in the universe, magic is real, but you know what I mean, right? Like, the magic you believe in is real. It'll make it. And to our surprise, it actually does. Dang, that's so good! Okay. Alright, that's the thing. I really like this more careful storytelling that they've been really approaching with their characters and Genshin as of late, at least. Ever since 6.0, I feel like they've taken extra care. It definitely does help them a lot in the, these characters are characters that have lore build up for, years and years now with Varka and Albedo and Durin. Like, these characters have had their setup already. So, for them to expand on their characters and really, delve deep into what makes them interesting, it's a lot more effective because we've had that time to kind of digest the lore that they've essentially thrown at us. Anyways, that's the Durin teaser. This is probably one of my favorite teasers. One, because Klee gets a little bit of, screen time. That character just holds a special spot in my heart. And then Durin, I'm so excited for this character. I will 1,000,000% be pulling. Hopefully his character demo is just as awesome. Gosh dang. Gosh dang. I haven't watched the new live stream or the new trailer yet. I'm on the fence. I should probably watch it. I'll do a reaction to it. Let me know in the comments down below if you want to see that. Anyways, if you enjoyed the video, please hit that like button and let me know down below in the comments once again. Alright, are you excited for Durin? Are you excited for the upcoming character buffs? Should I watch the live stream? Should I watch just the trailer? Let me know down below. And if you watched this far, then you may as well hit that subscribe button because that means you enjoyed the video. If you watched an entire 17 minutes of me going over this 3-minute teaser, burned up in almost 20 minutes somehow. Alright, hit the subscribe button, bell notification, lets you know when I upload more content. So, without further ado, hope you all had a good one. Remember, and 10 ways to miss, so I will see you next time. Bye!